Today I am pleased to present a sneak preview of the Bayley-4 to be released in fall 2019. I will focus on the benefits and functionality of the digital administration, giving you a better sense of the workflow and layout of content when you are actually giving the test. Know that to administer the Bayley-4 digitally, an internet connection is required, and we recommend using a tablet or laptop computer. The benefits of Bayley-4 digital administration can be felt in a number of areas. For starters, with the client's date of birth, the system will calculate the age, which carries a number of benefits downstream. For example, there are age-appropriate start points built into the administration, and the test will look to this calculated age to ensure that you are seeing the proper items. Additionally, the system will accommodate adjustments for prematurity. This extends to the discontinue rules as well, which apply when the criteria for them has been met. We've also integrated a variety of item filters, which will group items which use the same manipulatives, for example. Lastly, as soon as you complete the administration, a report is available for your review immediately. The Bayley-4 is used for assessing developmental delays in infants and toddlers, but can be administered to children as young as 16 days and as old as 42 months. It covers areas such as cognition, language, motor skills, social and emotional functioning, and adaptive behavior. The Bayley-4 is administered directly by the professional, who may be a psychologist, OT, SLP, or early childhood professional. Because the age span covered by the test is so young, parents are actively included in the assessment. The new structured caregiver items in the Bayley-4 offer clinicians the ability to score items based on caregiver responses in cases where the child cannot or will not provide a response. So how does this work? The digital administration is housed within our Q Global system. For those of you who have used Q Global previously, nothing has changed regarding setting up an administration. But let's see how this works. After logging into Q Global, I arrive on my home screen with a list down the page of different people I've tested previously. Q Global client profiles require the date of birth and their name or client ID. So after completing these minimum requirements, I can now assign the Bayley-4 for testing. From the home screen, I check this box next to the client, then click the Assign New Assessment button up here. I have the Bayley-4 identified as one of my favorites, so selecting either of the options is easy. I will focus on the cognitive, language, and motor sections in this video, but know that the social, emotional, and adaptive behavior questionnaire, completed by the parent, can also be done online, either in your office or emailed to the parent for completion on their own time, and know that that data will then feed directly into the score report once finished. After selecting cognitive, language, and motor, click the Assign button to arrive on our Assessment Details page. This page lets you enter some additional details. I'll select this On-Screen Administration option, then click the Start Assessment button, found here. Across the top of the screen, you will find the different subtests of the Bayley-4, as well as a review section. Let's start there. The age-appropriate starting points are indicated across the subtests, and when subtests are complete, this page will also reflect that. Let's focus on fine motor. Every item in the Bayley-4 articulates how to administer it, and with item 8, the instructions are found in the center of the screen. Here we're looking at whether the child's hands are fisted. The scoring criteria is clearly stated, and you have the space down here to enter any additional comments. This item is one of the items with the optional caregiver question, and so these questions can be used with certain items where the administrator may not observe the desired behavior, so it has the option of asking the caregiver. Click the Next Item button to advance, or use the menu of items shown on the left. So let's now move to item 13. This item is leveraging the blocks manipulative. And note that any required materials are always stated here at the top. We've included pictures like these throughout the test. Now, with this manipulative being used, you may want to administer the other items which use blocks. So let's notice this filter section down here. Clicking the blocks button now pulls up just those items within fine motor. So this provides you some nice flexibility to allow you to administer the items the way you want to. We've also integrated the discontinue rule, so after 5 consecutive scores of 0, the subtest will discontinue. Let's see what that looks like. I'll administer the next handful of items and assign a score of 0 for each one. And once the criteria has been met, the alert appears, and I can move on to another subtest. Let's look at another item. Here's a sample item from the cognitive subtest, which also leverages the blocks. This item has a timer, which works in a straightforward manner. One aspect I think really stands out with this is the integration of the instructions from the administrative manual right into the items shown on screen. So by simply having a laptop along with the manipulatives, you're good to go. This allows for an uncluttered administration and smooth transitions as you go from item to item. Here's item 36 from the expressive subtest. A score is suggested here based on the number of correct or incorrect responses. If a child responds to 3 to 4 items correctly, then a score of 2 is automatically provided. If they answered correctly to 1 to 2 items, then a score of 1 is provided. Once you have completed the administration, the collected data backs up automatically to Q Global, where you can return to generate your report. And here's what that report will look like. As the Bayley-4 is still in development, the content I've shown is not yet finalized, and some design elements may change between now and release. But this should give you a better sense of the workflow. So here's where we are regarding our release. We wrapped our field research activities in March, with the digital platform development wrapping later this summer. We have a pre-publication discount of 10% available up to publication, which is scheduled to be in September for the full Bayley-4 and December for the Bayley-4 screening test. The best place to find ordering and additional product information is pearsonassessments.com/Bayley-4.